Welcome everybody to Arcadia Esports. This week is going to be the first week of NACE. Today, Arcadia will be going up against Albright College. My name is Garrett. I'm here today with Maxwell to cast these games. And yeah, we're going to get straight into Oasis here on the first map for Control. Maxwell, what are you thinking about the teams today?
I'm thinking it's definitely going to be a pretty good game. Start of season, always very exciting. We're on University for our first part of Oasis, so this is a very brawly map, so I'm excited to see what the teams take out.
Yep, this center point is always just a massive battle between everybody. I really like spectating it. I like watching this map right here. So we're gonna see similar comps run from Arcadia as we did last week. We're going to see Kojo on Winston and the Mighty Duck running Zarya. That seems to be a favored tank setup for Arcadia here. Different teams for Albright. We're going to see McCree come out. Didn't see much McCree at all last week through our games.
Yeah, and interestingly, a Sombra. I'm excited to see how that comes up against Winston. We can really easily check her out.
I'm excited to see the Sombra as well. Didn't decide to bring out last week, even against Genji's, which you thought was a good counter. So excited to see what she's going to do.
Oh, Pluto with an early pick onto Cobalt.
That is huge here. Winston, we have Kojo jumping in, picking up. Arcadia really able to push out Albright here. Reinhardt's not able to do much, just trying to stick his shield up. Winston's diving in the back. They're really pushing Albright out here of the point. Arcadia able to grab first control here. And their percent will start to tick up as Albright's forced to kind of pull back and regroup, wait for a couple of respawns here. That was a pretty quick take from Arcadia. We are going to see them push up outside of the point and try and get them through this choke here on the front stairs.
It's a late pick onto the Sombra. That's going to be a pretty rough stagger, and they swap over to the Reaper.
They do immediately swap over to the Reaper. I guess McCree wasn't really working for them. Oh, we see Kobold take out Fluffy here on the Ashe. The Junkrat down, they're going to have a lot less damage for the Reinhardt shield. Winston ultimate's going to come out here. He's raging.
And for Albright, we've got a Nano onto the Reinhardt.
Ludo coming in with a couple kills, taking out the support and enemy DPS.
This looks like this is just the cleanup.
Yeah, Arcadia is just still cleaning up. Fortunately, Albright's not able to really take down enough here for Arcadia. And the Mighty Duck will have that grab for the next time they try and make a push, so it's looking really hard. They do have, Albright does have the grab themselves, but...
They should be getting Shatter online.
Those big tank ultimates are going to mean a lot for their push to come in here. Kojo will not have the Winston Rage to push them out like he did last time.
But other than that, Arcadia with 5 ults online.
Yeah, they have really big ult advantage here. The Winston diving in with the Zarya bubble, trying to get some damage. The Zarya grab comes out, big damage. Reaper takes down Winston. Looks like Arcadia's still coming on top here with the grab, able to push a lot of people back. Revive onto Winston, so he's able to dive back in here, pushing them all the way back to their spawn.
And they can't
Absolutely
even touch.
Insane. Wow. That was a really good hold from Arcadia here.
Arcadia showing a dominant performance on it.
Yeah, Albright just not able to push through on that point there. So we'll see what we go here on the second map. How do you feel about this one, Maxwell?
This one, it's a lot more common to see the dive because it is such an open map. The first control here is so very important because you can stall this point for such a long time.
We are going to see Fluffy swap from Junkrat to Pharah. So maybe they're looking to hover up and then take that pharmacy to kind of push them out there. Albright is going to switch back to McCree, which didn't work for them last point, but maybe it'll be a little bit better on this one. Pharah will be able just to clear a lot of ground. There's a lot of verticality in this map, so it's looking good. Pharaoh should have good angles here. We see Albright push up the side here, meeting Arcadia for a fight. Arcadia has the high ground first. Oh, and the Winston just diving in there, able to just absolutely chain gun everybody down. And Arcadia's going to get first control of the objective here. Again, pushing back Albright. Really clean stuff. And this Winston is just huge for Arcadia. Really just able to dive in and disrupt the whole thing there.
Farah getting a lot of work done too. 60% to her ultimate.
Yeah, already very close. You see Fluffy already at 60% of her ultimate. And Arcadia's going to be able to control the high ground here, having 4 members of the team on it. We'll see how Albright decides to make a push in here.
They've made the Reaper swap again.
The Reaper swap.
Interesting choice against Afara.
Yeah, I think they're really just trying to deal with the Winston here, because it seems to be so difficult for them.
Yeah, Reaper a great counter against Winston.
Albright's going to move in through the side here, trying to get a flank angle. This far just above them with everybody on the high ground is really hard. Albright's going to make contact with the point.
Using the center for cover.
Yeah, trying to force Arcadia. You see Winston instantly gets slept. Oh my god, what a good sleep here. See? Winston diving in, trying to take down the Mercy, but Reaper is just in his face. Oh, takes down the Reaper. Seems like Albright's getting picked off one by one. We'll see if Farah can get away from the Winston. Not able to. Gonna go down, but it is just Winston on the point. Trying to jump high ground. And he's just making time as much as possible for his team to come back. But when he goes down, that is gonna be a big delay on the Winston. So they're gonna have to sit and probably wait for him.
This should be the last fight with the wait on Winston.
And Arcadia with ultimate advantage for this last fight here. They're gonna have Zarya grabbed as well, so they just try to grab and then barrage. Winston buying a lot of time with his ultimate, pushing everybody back. Bob set up right outside of the point. Albright needs to do something here. They're able to touch, draw out the overtime, and the grab comes out with the barrage. Winston ultimate comes out, tries to stop. Kojo is amped up, nanoed. And
but the kills are on the side of Arcadia.
Yeah, just able to hold them out again.
And that is a clean victory on Oasis.
Very clean, very clean. Winston's able to just push people out. The FAR is just raining terror on top of everybody, and Arcadia seems to be saving those grabs for the last push just to kind of ball them up, and they can't even get onto the point. Very, very clean map from Arcadia.
Play the damage boosted rockets doing so much damage.
Absolutely shredding everybody. Wow. Awesome, really clean game from Arcadia. So I guess we'll try and see how Albright tries to come back. Maxwell, what is the NACE? How does map selection work in here today?
So the first map is automatically determined based on the matches of NACE. So the first 2 matches of NACE are going to always start with Oasis. Mm-hmm. Next, the loser gets to pick what escort map they want. They can choose from Junkertown, Havana, and Dorado.
Okay. Alright, so we'll see what Albright opts to take here. As the map selector slide, hopefully that gives them a little bit of an advantage trying to pick a home court map for them, something that they're super comfortable on. Because it looked like Albright just didn't have any answers for Arcadia there. And it was really tough for them to even touch the point. Arcadia really pushing them off really well there.
Oh.
Very clean stuff. We'll see if maybe Albright has any pocket picks that they're trying to do. They pulled out the McCree, opted to swap off of the McCree both times. But maybe the McCree offers something a little bit better on an escort style map.
Seemed like when they lost a lot of fights, they would swap to the Reaper. So potentially they might be looking towards Dorado as a much closer map than Junkertown, which is known for its snipers.
Right. Map selection is up. We'll see what Albright decides to take here. But yeah, so today's the first week in NACE, so a great time. We're going to be streaming the Overwatch NACE matches every week at the same time Monday. So if you're not following and you want some Overwatch action, be sure to give Arcadia Esports a follow, and we'll be streaming all of our matches, as well as Hearthstone and League of Legends, if you're interested in those games as well. And Rocket League Tuesday nights. Sorry. We'll be streaming Rocket League as well. Arcadia
Yeah,
has
lots
teams,
of content.
lots of content for all types of games.
It
Looks
looks like they're picking Junkertown, which is definitely an interesting choice.
yeah, Maxwell, you just mentioned trying to pick Dorado for a close map for
Oh, it looks
look
like okay. Actually, it does look like they're picking Dorado. Junkertown just came
okay.
up.
Yeah, it was a fake out. They
Yeah,
are swapping to Dorado. So Maxwell, great guess there. Great guess on picking a Dorado. Hopefully that works a lot better for them.
it looks like we'll be going in soon.
We have a R from Arcadia. Definitely excited to see what Albright can do on this map. Hopefully that they're able to rally back and make a push against Arcadia. Last week we were able to get to 5 games. Hopefully there's a lot of good content. Hopefully we make it to 5 games for everybody watching at home. What are you, Maxwell? What are you expecting from Arcadia from on Dorado here?
On Dorado, I know last week we saw them run the Ash with the Mercy Pocket,
Hmm.
where Pluto did so much work. They did run Genji, which is a very interesting choice in the current meta
Hmm.
because he was nerfed pretty heavily, but Latrik's still making it look good. So Latrik isn't in this week, so I don't think they might be running the Genji.
Yeah, Latrick did really go off on the Genji last week. Even though it is nerfed pretty heavily, he was still able to make it look really good. Pluto is a big fan of Ash, so most likely we will see the Ash come out from Pluto here, and hopefully he's able to do some work with it. Now, I know you only saw the one game out of Albright, or maybe you're familiar with how they work, but what are you expecting out of Albright on Dorado?
Um, Based on the fact that they kept going back to the Reaper even against Afara, I wouldn't be surprised to see them bring that out.
Hmm.
Ash is a good pick as well. I wouldn't be surprised for them to bring Ash out as their 2 DPS. Um, I could see a Winston Zarya. They're a very popular tank duo right now, especially
Yeah,
on maps with verticality.
right. Yeah, I think the verticality is going to be really big here. Winston and
Yeah.
Zarya is just so good, able to dive in with a bubble on top of you and just soak up all of the damage while just dishing it out.
Yeah, we should. It's a good idea to watch for the high ground because maps like these are 100% decided over who can gain control of that ground and maintain it for their advantage.
Yeah, and we saw that on last map as well. Arcadia was able to control the high ground pretty much the entire time, and just absolutely was able to push out Albright there. So high ground definitely super huge, um, on any map where it's optional. We do see the arc coming out from Albright, so we are going to be able to get into the next match very shortly.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Traveling to Dorado.
All right, entering Dorado, we'll be able to see
We are
what
in.
comps are coming out. Awesome.
Sweet.
All right, so we'll soon be able to see if our determined comps will come out, if people will run the heroes that we were talking about. We do see Pluto busting out the Ash. We actually see Sombra again for Albright, so we'll see if that's able to work a little bit better. That was an insta switch on the first map. How do you feel about Sombra here?
Well, she's definitely very strong in the current set of the game, but
Mhm.
it's really difficult to run her.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of coordination, but if any teams can do it, it's definitely organized teams like these.
Mhm. We also see a Hanzo coming out on the side on both teams actually. Hanzo, I guess, able to really take control of the high ground and kind of use that to his advantage there. What do you think about Hanzo?
Hanzo is definitely really nice because he can pressure down the tanks because of his like projectile status.
Ooh, we
But,
see
okay,
Sombra
there's-
running up.
And
right
they
underneath.
immediately swap off the Hanzo onto Ashe.
Interesting. We have the tanks fighting over the high ground there. Opting to go for Diva on the side of Albright. Not able to have the Zarya shield for Winston, but that offers a little bit of high ground support for them. We see Kojo diving into the backline again, as he loves to do, and jump right back out there. We do see Sombra just kind of disturbing the backline here, trying to hack people so they can't use their spells. Albright able to make a quick push here. Arcadia falling back. The Sombra really actually decided to kind of push them off there, which seemed really good for Albright. We'll see how Arcadia regroups.
Yeah, they managed to get Arcadia down to the other side of the choke, so now it's a close quarters battle under the bridge.
This choke is always hectic. We'll see who's able to come out on top. Now if Diva can farm her ultimate, the Diva ultimate will be huge to kind of push through this choke. We see the Nano come out on Albright's Winston here, making a push forward.
Yeah,
Diva diving in as
heavily
well.
getting the Nano out just before dying.
And Albright's able to make the push there through that choke, even without the Diva ultimate.
Bob coming out from Pluto.
Awesome.
And is
Bob
hacked.
Oh no, that's sad Bob. Arcadia making a pushback here.
They get the kill on Kojo, but
Arcadia's DPS, Fluffy coming out with 2 Hanzo kills here. Just sniping people in the back. We see a res on the Kojo here, able to get their tank back up. Arcadia able to push him off the backs of the sniping DPS here. Arcadia seems to be hitting their shots with the Hanzo and Ashe.
Yeah. And here's where the ultimates start to tick up.
Right.
Arcadia
right.
with 5. And Albright still working to get their EMP up. What the most important ult on this team.
Right.
It seems they've got Sombra trapped. And Kojo finishing her off.
With the Sombra down, that's going to be a really big stagger for Albright. They're not going to be able to make a push. That buys a lot of time. Good job from Kojo picking off the Sombra. We'll see what Albright decides to do here. Winston missing the jump onto the high ground. Now with Diva Winston, you have to expect for them to go to some sort of high ground here. Winston jumping back up on Arcadia. Pluto pushed off. He's in a bad position, but the Zarya bubble saving his life. Well-timed bubble from Arcadia.
Kitsune getting the res off.
The Zarya grab comes out for Arcadia into the Dragon's Raid. Ooh.
An infamous combo.
True. Oh, and Albright's Winston trying to ult in with the Rage and just dies down.
That's a lot of ults used by Arcadia. 3.
Right. Albright will have
going
4 ults.
almost for just the 2. They've got their EMP and bomb, which is a really powerful combination because with the EMP, your tanks cannot protect you anymore.
Right, and nobody will be able to escape. So hopefully they try to make that something here. And in the big choke, that'll be nice. Maybe the Diva will just opt to push Arcadia off the high ground with it. Sombra in the back again, just being a nuisance for Arcadia.
She's looking for her chance to get the EMP. She's got 4 set.
Yeah. This will be huge if she can do it.
Nano Winston.
Jumping in, we'll see what Sombra's able to do there. Hacking the Ashe. Winston got slept. Another great sleep on the side of Arcadia. Overtime will be called here. We see Diva ultimate coming out.
There's the EMP and bomb.
Not really
they get
able to
cover,
get
but not from the monkey.
Not as much as they probably would have wanted for Albright using those 2 ultimates. And Albright just getting picked off again. Fluffy hitting headshots on the Albright's DPS.
Another
Kojo,
dragon from Buffy.
able to buy space with the Rage and Dragon. Arcadia's going to be able to push off Albright, not able to get through the first choke there. Again, Arcadia really showing up big there. Yeah, a really late EMP for Sombra it seemed there, and when she finally got it, wasn't able to put it to maybe the fullest use as Albright would have wanted. You expect Sombra again on either side
I
here?
don't expect them to run the Sombra again. It took the entire round to build up the EMP, and that's Sombra's greatest tool.
Right. we'll see what after swapping sides what the teams opt to go for here.
Ready for battle.
Looks like the Ashe and Reaper into Widowmaker Ashe.
Ooh, and we have seen Pluto on the Widow. Pluto did big work last week on the Widow, sniping people. Very accurate, very good performance from last week on Pluto.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, the single shot hit scan, one of his best roles.
Right. We do see Baptiste come out for the side of Albright here. What are your
Possibly.
opinions on Baptiste? We haven't seen him on the streams at all.
Yeah, Baptiste he's a really good healer. He doesn't have as much utility. He's more all about survivability, about keeping the team alive, rather than bringing in stuff like Lucio's speed or Ana's anti-nade.
Right.
His utility is more like he can completely shut down something with his immortality field.
Mhm. Arcadia also opting for the Diva on the attacking side, so we'll see how that tanks again fighting for the high ground there. Winston diving in, we'll see if they're going to be able to push up. Both Arcadia tanks trying to push everybody off. This is 2 versus the world here. Diva
The
will
Mighty
be
Duck's mech getting instantly destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely blown up there. But Arcadia is making a quick push here into the first choke. This is where they stopped Albright last time. Immortality will come out. Albright being able to push Arcadia off the point, they're going to be forced to regroup. Winston going up for the Widowmaker, but not able to kill her, so no staggered there. You see this cheeky Reaper at the top here, crouching down, trying to probably make a pick on a tank as they try to get up.
Enemy contact.
Kojo jumping in, Reaper in his face, forced to walk down again. Having Reaper up there really provides a lot of control because Arcadia's tanks cannot get up there.
Arcadia now on the Reaper too, up on the other side's high ground.
Right, you see Fluffy trying to get up, he's playing the high ground. Arcadia trying to make a push through. Ashe on the high ground here, trying to hit some good snipes. We'll see the Mercy ultimate come out here. We will see Albright's Winston Rage. Kojo does have it to answer if you would like. Kojo dropping in the back, you're gonna have to expect the Rage here from him, of course, trying to push everybody off.
Albright's Reaper with the Death Blossom.
Oh, big
Lets
Death
it
Blossom
loose.
here. Oh, taking out
Picks
the
up
healers.
3.
Wow, big Death Blossom. Fluffy will answer for the Reaper kill, but it's just too much damage from the Death Blossom to answer. Arcadia will have to regroup again.
Much better.
They do have 2 minutes to work with here, and a lot of their ultimates are almost up. So we'll see how they're able to make a push here.
Yeah, Nano plus Blossom can do a lot of work really
That-
quickly.
That will absolutely destroy you if he gets the access on their backline. Kojo diving in with Fluffy. See what type of damage you're able to do. Albright completely blocked up.
Both Bobs out.
Both Bobs is a 7v7 here. Bob gets instantly slept on the side of Albright though. Albright putting up a really good defense. We do see the res on Kojo for Winston. Diving in the back again. Pluto hitting some good snipes on Albright's Mercy. Death Blossom coming in. Fluffy getting 1, but it's a good tank. Oh, we see that.
Oh, another Death Blossom out from Albright.
Albright getting those Death Blossoms really well and doing great work with them.
Swapping over to Moira and Tracer, some quick heroes that can get back to the fight.
Kojo doing as much as he can with not enough. Fluffy trying to push off the Winston, gets him. Albright has a Tracer now. Ooh, Pluto with a
one-shot.
massive headshot there. We'll see Albright use the grab to try and buy some time. But it looks
Grab
like
gets
Arcadia's
2, but Reaper just in their backline. They can't do anything about it. And
Arcadia able to make a push. What a huge headshot from Pluto to make that final push, killing the Tracer. That definitely would have been a nuisance on them trying to regroup to the point.
Play of the game.
Exactly what you would expect for the play of the game. This was such a big Death Blossom for Albright. Absolutely huge. Able to get
gets
full
to the
access.
back, takes out the healers. That's exactly what you want from a Death Blossom.
Yeah, full access. Zara was an extra bonus. Taking out both healers is just huge. Awesome. Oh, my bad. I said Fluffy. My bad. I'm extremely sorry for saying Fluffy instead of Fuffy. But what a huge game for Arcadia, especially on the side of Pluto, just absolutely hitting headshots the entire game. As you can see by the cards at the end, doing a whole bunch of damage. But Pluto came up big, hitting headshots exactly when he needed to.
And Arcadia not slouching on this map either, bringing it almost to overtime with just as strong a defense.
Right, exactly. And this was the map choice from Albright, and Arcadia was able to take it from him. So now for next map, does Albright get the choice as well?
Yeah, they're going to get the choice again because they did lose this map.
Hmm.
Looks like the next map pool is hybrid maps, which
All
are
right,
Kings Row, Eichenwald, and Blizzard World.
all right.
Kings Row is a favorite among most teams because
Yeah.
it's a good map. That's
Hmm.
all there really is to
Yeah,
it.
I love Kings Row. Kings Row is a great map. I'm a big fan. But if oh, it looks like they're gonna instantly opt for Kings Row here, like you just said, a
Yeah,
favorite.
everyone loves this map.
Yeah.
And based on how strong their Reaper was, he
Hmm.
can definitely do a lot of work here. But what's dangerous for them is that this is one of Arcadia's better maps.
Right, right. So we'll see how this goes. I believe last week Arcadia was able to take the game on Kings Row as well. Um, so we'll see how this is able to play out. I do think, like you said, that the Reaper is huge for them, and we didn't see it on Dorado. We said the same thing about Dorado, and as Albright's Reaper was huge on Dorado, but it wasn't enough to push him through. So we'll see how it goes for Kings Row. Um, Anything special about Kings Row? Do you expect some other picks that are specifically good for Kings Row?
So far we've seen a lot of Winston Zarya. I would
Mhm.
expect to see Reinhardt here instead
Right,
because
especially for the
he
defending
holds a
team.
lot of pressure here in the chokes, which Kings Row is known for.
Yeah. And the Mighty Duck, absolutely massive on the Reinhardt. We saw him last week, and he was able to perform super well, hitting massive shatters. So we'll see what the Mighty Duck will most likely opt into the Reinhardt for this map. We'll kind of see how it goes. Awesome. So when we head into here, we're going to see the comps start to come out. Now this first choke is absolutely huge, and I love watching the battles. We'll see Reinhardt come out on both sides. The Mighty Duck opting for it as well as Fran. Fuffy on the Junkrat to probably try and break through the Reinhardt shields, just doing a lot of damage.
Attackers incoming.
Looks like we're gonna have a pause come out maybe.
I'll enjoy the quiet while
Yeah, one of the Albright players losing their sound.
Unlucky pause. All right. Awesome. So we do have a little bit of a pause here. Sorry for the wait. However, we are able to see the initial team compositions for both sides. Maxwell, what are your thoughts on these?
Um, Albright taking out Reinhardt Winston, which is definitely interesting considering both of them are generally designated as main tanks.
Right, right.
The Widowmaker is often picked for the first push on King's Row, but
Hmm.
some teams don't choose to stick with it.
Right. So may opt to swap.
They've
Would you
got the
see?
Baptiste again, which they've been playing and been doing pretty good with.
Hmm. And Kobold opting for the McCree. However, we have seen the McCree get swapped off of in every match, and we will be unpausing here. Seems like the player was able to regain sound quite quickly, so we're going back into the action for everybody. We'll see the initial setups here for both teams. Looks like, of course, no surprise, we're going to have the Widow on the high ground through the window for Albright.
4, 3, 2.
And,
Baptiste up there too.
Attackers incoming.
Right.
Puts
I'm
down the
assuming-
immortality field immediately.
Interesting. I wonder if they were trying to ready for a Widow on the side of Arcadia as well.
Instantly swapping off the Baptiste and Widow to Junkrat Ana.
Interesting. We will see
So-
both Reinhardts just trying to put up shields. Albright able to gain some ground here. Using the middle statue as cover. Big flame strike on the side of Albright. Albright able to push in here. Reinhardt leading the charge. They're able to touch on top of the point. Tank's doing a lot of job. McCree comes out from the side. A nice flank. Oh, and the tanks for Arcadia's side are going to be going down.
The Mighty Duck falling.
Ooh, Kojo gets healed up from the Mercy. Albright's Reinhardt goes down. Junkrat, big damage.
Big. And Mullen getting the res.
Yeah, the res onto the Mighty Duck is going to be big here, pushing out Albright.
Arcadia
Ooh.
does lose both its healers though.
Looks like that they might have enough time to try and come back. Junkrat will be staggered on the side of Albright.
But if Albright can push in quick without the Junkrat,
Yeah,
they've got
they
the
need-
advantage still.
They need to be really quick here. Looks like Anna's going to make the point.
Looks like the
versus
window is
Golbit.
closing.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Arcadia's healers are going to make it back before Albright have a chance to push. Oh, Shatter gets blocked! We have a big grab here. Can they break through the shield? Unable to do. We do see Zarya get nanoed here. Trying to push them out. Even with the Shatter being blocked for Arcadia, they're able to push Albright out.
Yeah, that grab coming in big, making up for the block shatter.
Right, right.
But now
The Mighty
Albright, for the first time in this series, gonna have the ult advantage, and
Yes,
a pretty
they are.
significant one at that.
The Mighty Duck just whiffed his Shatter, and he's already back at 66%, so we'll see how quick he's able to get that. It only takes one good Flame Strike, 75%. This is going to be really big, if the Mighty Duck can get a Shatter. Ooh! Oh,
Big High Noon coming out from
Big High
Albright.
Noon.
If they can, they're using everything they've got to try to win this fight decidedly.
Arcadia's going to try and stall with Kojo on Zarya and Mercy.
Mercy taking out the pistol, always something to see.
Yeah, Battle Mercy coming out. The Mighty Duck trying to make a push.
Arcadia ulting
touch.
from spawn with the Junkrat. What can
Oh,
he get?
Fluffy, big Junkrat ulti. Mighty Duck going down.
Looks
Arcadia-
dangerous for Albright, but they can still definitely cap this if they do it
Ooh,
quickly.
Arcadia Pluto coming in with big snipes. Expect nothing less. Mighty Duck gets res. Wow, Arcadia was able to ult that point. Big Junkrat ultimate from Fuffy and big shots coming out of Pluto. Everybody on Arcadia doing great there. Mercy able to heal up Zarya. Keep Kojo on the point. Getting the res.
Albright making the swap to the Ashe now. We've got a complete mirror on both sides.
This is interesting. We'll see who comes on the top. This is looking like most likely the last push from Albright, opting to go through the house here. They're going to come out the hotel on the side, trying to get maybe a flank here, but Arcadia knows what's up. Oh, big grab
Big
here.
grab.
Are they able to break through the shield? Hammer down blocked from the Mighty Duck for the most part. They collide together. Both Ryans
Arcadia
are nano.
with a shatter available.
Use the Shatter, able to take out Albright.
Victory tire.
Wow,
Not
what a
looking
great hold. What a great hold from Arcadia there. Albright again just not able to push through. We saw an epic battle of the Reinhardts at the very end there, colliding with each other, both nanoed, swinging wide.
Good news for the Albright fans though, this is still winnable. King's Row can be full held with no ticks, so
Right,
if they play this smart, they can still come back from this.
exactly, exactly. This is a very hard point to take if you're able to hold it very well. So we'll see how Albright opts to go here. Now, before the swap, it ended with a full mirror team on both sides. We'll see what they opt to choose here.
Ready for battle.
Wrecking Ball from Kojo and a Torbjorn from Fuffy. What are your thoughts?
This wouldn't be our first time seeing Kojo bring out the Wrecking Ball. They might be
right.
feeling confident in bringing a comp that they've got out right now. Not the most synergy, but Wrecking Ball can set some stuff up for Widow.
Right. I know Kojo really likes the wrecking ball, so we'll see how that
Buffy's
goes.
showing the Genji. We might get something after all.
And Kobold going for Tracer here, hoping to be a menace on the flanks and the sides.
And Mayuka on his Reaper again. We can see if we get some more big Death Blossoms.
Right, right. We do see boosted Widow coming out on the side of Arcadia. Ryan Shield going to be able to block a lot of shots there. Kojo getting an early care as well. Mighty Duck. Getting the res onto the Reinhardt was huge there. Instantly
But
gets
more
pinned
and more
goes
players
like that.
falling down. This is not looking good.
Oh,
The fight
Buffy
might
got
be
a-
over already.
Buffy got a huge flank there. And Arcadia making quick work there.
I don't think they're going to be able to touch.
Oh, Tracer coming in on the point.
Tracer.
Touching. Oh, instantly. Pluto, another headshot on Kobold's Tracer. Absolute just counter.
All around a dominant performance by Arcadia.
Super dominant. Absolutely crazy.
Play of the game.
Do you see Kojo getting play of the game here? Now this was a really tough hold here.
This was a
Final
big
picture.
turnaround.
Yeah. I think that Junkrat ultimate not being able to get Kojo is probably the turn of the game, because if Kojo goes down there, then they're not able to hold that point for nearly as long as they did when Mercy finally came in to keep Kojo alive and able to fully get back the staggering of everybody.
Yeah, a high charge Zarya is very dangerous, and you cannot leave those alive. Otherwise, stuff like this happens.
Yep. So a very quick 3-0 actually coming out for the side of Arcadia. It is a best of 5, so it seems like that's the end of the Overwatch action for this week on Arcadia stream. I am not sure if we have something after it. I'm gonna wait for production to tell me. All right, so it looks like that's going to be it for everybody. I want to thank you so much for watching. It was a blast casting. Very quick, but very high action and very good gameplay, especially from the side of Arcadia. But of course, Albright very, standing tall, had some amazing plays and good games all around. So I want to thank Maxwell for coming on. And yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for Rocket League at 8 p.m. So give us a follow and put on the notifications for when we go on for tomorrow. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Today we're gonna have a post-game interview with Paul, or Pluto, as y'all might have saw in game. And we're just gonna have a quick interview. So Max, if you want to start out on the interview, if you have a question for Paul.
Yeah, so we've got Pluto, the hit scan specialist on the Arcadia team. Paul, how do you feel about today's match?
It was very fun. It was the first official non-preseason NACE game, so it was it felt more real. It was more than a practice, but it was really fun. I think we did very good. We were on our A game. I feel like I did very good. My team did very good. It's not much I can say other than that.
Yeah, everybody really stepping up for Arcadia. It was really great to see the teamwork and everybody absolutely do their best for the first NACE game here.
Mhm.
But specifically you really stepping up and absolutely nailing everybody on the head on
Oh,
any character you played. Like,
I'm so
obviously,
glad I got that last shot on the Tracer in.
yeah, you nailed Tracer in the head a couple times, and
Mhm.
that's not an easy hero to hit zipping around the map. So that was really awesome and fun to watch. Really hitting
Mhm.
a close, couple
Yeah.
really clutch plays there.
But I feel like everyone on the team really tried their best, except
Mhm.
for a certain someone tried to go ball on King's Row in the last round.
Yeah,
but
we were talking about that at the beginning of the game. We were wondering
it
what's
happens.
the plan there. I know some people definitely were wondering about the Genji pick on
Mhm.
King's Row.
You're gonna
Is
have to
there?
ask the
Yeah,
person who played
because
him.
there's definitely a known Genji player on Arcadia, but
Yeah.
Fuffy pulling it out today and looking
I
good on
don't
it too.
know. It was. I still think Patrick's better. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Anthony. But Anthony, you did great. We all did great. I'm gonna be honest. It was really fun playing with everyone.
Yeah, that was a dominant performance you guys put on. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations for the big win. What's something you're looking forward to for your next matches, your next week NACE match?
Winning.
Winning. That is an
Clicking
admirable
heads,
goal.
shutting down ults, huge shatters on on Ronald's end, big reses, big deflex, everything. Everyone's gonna pop off. We're gonna win.
Hey, well, everybody popped off today, so I see no reason why it shouldn't continue.
It is what it is, says Ezra in the chat. That's my tagline. It is what it is.
What was the team's or maybe your specific thoughts kind of going into the match today against Albright?
I wasn't exactly sure. This is my first year doing this, even just playing competitive Overwatch in general. So I'm not exactly I'm not familiar with anything really. We had 2 preseason games and we did well in one and we didn't do so well in the other. So I really wasn't sure going into it. But after the first game, after the first round, even I was like, okay, I'm feeling good about this, and then momentum built from there.
Yeah, also it seems like Arcadia's on a roll in general. The past couple of weeks we've been streaming the games. Arcadia performing really well, and really excited to what the team brings in the coming weeks. Maxwell, do you have any more questions for Pluto here?
No, I think we can start with closing statements or something. I don't know.
Awesome.
Looking forward to further games. I don't know.
Paul, anything you wanted to shout out before we close out tonight?
Not really. I mean, follow me on Twitch.
Well, what's your Twitch? Shout it out.
Plute_O. I'll just type in chat.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yo, if you want to watch somebody click on heads in
just
the
watch me
best
click
manner,
heads.
go to twitch.tv. See him
There you go.
practice. I want to thank you, Paul, for coming on for the post-match interview. It's been great watching you and watching the rest of the team.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna be it for us tonight. Actually, now.
Yeah, for
Thanks.
real this time.
So thanks everybody for coming out, and we'll see you tomorrow for some Rocket League, and the rest of the week for all of our games. And if you're only here for Overwatch, we'll see you next week. Thanks everybody.
Awesome.
just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me the green light. If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me a sign, just give me the green light.
If you want me to get close to